What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Long time no see, guys. It's been a long time since we've uploaded on this channel, especially a Madden Rebuild. Of course, as you guys know, I do have a 2K Rebuild channel as well, but it's been pretty much over a year since we've uploaded a Madden Rebuild on this channel. But with football being back, it made me miss it very much. So here we are, finally back with some Madden Rebuilds. I figured there was no better team to start out with than the Carolina Panthers. They're probably one of the worst spots right now in the NFL, so just go ahead and jump in and do this Carolina Panthers Rebuild. My first one here in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So like I said, it's my first time playing Madden 25. So I'm not really sure if there's like a bunch of different things with it being EA Sports. I highly doubt it. 2K and EA kind of like go hand in hand. They do nothing to the My NBA and the franchise. But let's just go take a look at this Carolina Panthers roster. Of course, as you know, this team went all in on the #1 overall pick for Bryce Young, and it hasn't been great. They did hire Dave Canales, which I really love that because he did a great job with Baker Mayfield last year. And I think he was very involved with another quarterback that I don't have at the top of my head right now. I feel like it was in San Francisco, but I could be wrong. It doesn't matter too much. He's a good quarterback coach, good QB whisperer, whatever you want to call it. So they want to put in Andy Dalton. Of course, we cannot do that. I mean, as much as Bryce Young has not shown a lot of promise just yet, you could argue that the team just isn't good enough or whatever you want to say. But we got to be committed to this guy, at least for now. He's only a 70 overall with a normal development, so that definitely gives me worry throughout this video. I don't know if I could really say that Bryce Young is going to be the future of this team. Hopefully, I can say that. But on the defensive side of the ball, we have J.C. Horn. We have Hill. We got Ashawn Robinson. And yeah, there's still some work. Shaq Thompson's still here. Jadeveon Clowney is here. Woods, and then Jordan Fuller. So yeah, this team definitely still needs a lot of help. Our slot wide receiver is Adam Thielen. So since Adam Thielen's going to be playing the slot, let's make sure we get Xavier Legette some routes in there as well. So we're going to go ahead and just simulate season #1. Obviously, I'm expecting this team to be pretty bad, but I do remember in past Maddens, for whatever reason, Carolina would be like extremely good. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. Like maybe we end up being better than I think, but of course they lose with the Chargers yesterday, which I already made that the case. I put in all the wins for week 2. We're going to go ahead, similar to the end of the season, and we're going to see how this Panthers roster does, and hopefully Bryce Young does good enough that we could say, okay, he's our guy going forward. So at the end of year #1, things don't go very well. We go 2-15. Also, I'm having a very bad or very hard time downloading a draft class for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there, but I download one, then it says no files. I don't know if that's just a thing going on right now in Madden, which wouldn't surprise me too much. So I guess we're going to be playing with an auto-generated draft class today. So take a look at the stats, though, just kind of see how our QB did and the rest of the team did. So Bryce Young threw 27 touchdowns and 26 interceptions. Not good. Rushing-wise, Chuba Hubbard, 830 yards and 5 touchdowns. Receiving, Adam Thielen led the way with 864 yards. Xavier Legette got involved, which is great to see that. And then, blocking doesn't really matter too much for us to see. Interceptions, Troy Hill, J.C. Horn, Shaq Thompson. Cool. So, yeah, this team obviously needs a lot of improvement. So, let's get straight into this offseason. We got to dive straight into this thing because we got a lot of work to do. I don't know, man. Like, I hate to say it, but Bryce Young has shown us absolutely nothing. I hate to just say, let's just move on from him, but I'm halfway there. Not going to lie, especially if he's going to throw 27 touchdowns and 26 interceptions. I may have to give up on the guy. I guess it kind of depends. We should have the #1 overall pick. We maybe have to draft a quarterback or bring in a QB competition. We got to do something. I'm going to try to download a draft class again and see if it works now, but it doesn't seem like it's working. So I'm just going to download the top one. This is downloading it, and then it comes to here. No files. I don't know if I have to wait a second or whatever, but I don't think it's working, so we're just going to give up on it. All right. So let's just get straight into, I guess, free agent or re-signing stage. So let's get into the re-signing stage, and let's figure out who needs to stay, who needs to go, who needs to be cut, whatever we need to do. So we got $47 million in cap space, and let's take a look on who is a free agent for us. So obviously we got to accept the 5th-year option on him. We'll take him. And then Deontay Johnson, they just brought him in. He is 29 years old, though. So part of me kind of wants to move on from him. Jordan Fuller, 27. Shaq Thompson, Austin Corbett. So there definitely is some very important free agents here, not going to lie. So let's take a look on who we want to bring back. So, of course, accepted. Equanu's 5th-year option, no-brainer there. Deontay, I don't think I'm bringing back. Jordan Fuller, I'll give him like a small little contract, but nothing too crazy. If he wants to come back, he's going to test free agency. That's fine. I didn't want to really pay him that much. Shaq Thompson, 31 years old. I think I'm okay with just letting him go. Austin Corbett, we can try to bring back, keep this offensive line as decent as possible, and he's going to stay, which is nice. So we bring him in. I'll bring him back. Chuba Hubbard, I mean, again, it's kind of like I'll sign him back, but I'm not gonna be like going crazy to re-sign him because I think we need to upgrade in general. Tommy Tremble, Mike Jackson. I think I'm okay with just letting the rest of these guys go. Not gonna lie. So we're just gonna go straight into free agency. But before we do that, if I remember how to do this, team salaries. I kind of want to see if there's anybody that's just like an obvious cut. So savings. Let's see. So Taylor Morton, 17.5 million if we cut him, and we got Sky Tuttle saving 6.5 million if we cut him. Or Shy Tuttle, sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to release him and free up $6 million in cap space. No-brainer there, in my opinion. And then let's see if there's anybody else that makes sense to do that with. Clowney. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't hate releasing Clowney. Miles Sanders, probably going to have to continue to eat that contract. I guess I'll go ahead and cut Clowney as well because I feel like the guy deserves to go play somewhere else. I mean, we're just not going to be good enough anytime soon. So there's going to be our 2 cuts, and then we're going to figure out how we're going to improve the rest of this roster. So let's just get straight into free agency. We're going to be walking in with $53 million in cap space. Doesn't give us a ton of money to work with, but we'll do what we can. And now let's go take a look at our lineup once again. So we take a look at the lineup, seeing what we truly need going forward. So Bryce Young, again, I'm just not really sure about him, but Jordan Brooks, I totally forgot about this guy. Their young running back. We could actually probably play him this next season. So Xavier Legette and Jonathan Mingo, 2 young wide receivers. Offensive line is still decent enough that I don't think we have to address it, which is kind of nice to have not worry about that too much this offseason. Tight end definitely could be upgraded. On the defense side of the ball, you got where is Derek Brown at? Is he out right now? Oh yeah, he got hurt. That's right. Derek Brown got hurt. I forgot about that in week 1. So not having him sucks. So we do have a end in Derek Brown, our defensive lineman Derek Brown. JC Horn, love that. And yeah, so outside of that, I think the defense needs the most work for sure. So let's go sign some free agents and try to improve this roster, get some young guys in the building, and then we'll, see what we can do as far as how much or what draft pick we got when we cross that bridge as well. I'm not going to lie, this free agency class isn't the greatest, but we are making some offers on 4 different guys on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm going for Derek Forrest, Jeffrey Okudah, Josh, and then Cameron Bynum. So we'll see if we end up getting them or not. If I remember how to advance this, there we go. So you advance it with the left stick, I think. I try to go for Chase Young as well. He did want a lot of money, not going to lie, so I'm kind of okay with not getting him. So we just decided not to. So let's see. Did we get anybody? So Okudah and Derek Forrest are still thinking about it. We did get Josh, which is nice, and I think we lost out on Cameron Bynum, which we weren't his best offer anyway, so that's to be expected. We did get Jeffrey Okudah as well. And then last but not least, hopefully get Derek Forrest to sign. And he does not. So that kind of sucks. Again, it wasn't the greatest free agency class, though. So I'm not like too upset with anything. We didn't walk away with too much out of free agency. This is going to be a long project, a long rebuild more than likely. So after that, we'll hopefully get Derek Brown back. But we got Josh, which is nice. I'm probably going to move the defensive scheme around as well. Maybe we'll move Josh down to the D-line probably. And then yeah, still a lot of help needed. I was hoping to get one of those safeties. I missed out on both of them, which really sucks. So we still got a lot of work to do. We need to build in the trenches. What we did in free agency was definitely not enough. We got a lot more work to be done. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure we have our draft pick this offseason because that's going to be massive. We really need that. And, getting a #1 wide receiver for Bryce Young or, a quarterback, whatever we do with that position. So draft picks are in #1 overall, and we don't have any, extra draft picks. So this team is not going to improve this offseason. We probably won't be a playoff team next year. This free agency class was dust, not good at all. I don't think there's really anybody else to go after. I mean, I could try to go for Chase Young, go all in on him, but he just wants too much money. Ryan Kelly, I guess he's already gone. What am I talking about? So we got to scroll down a little bit. I was kind of going for his young, kind of young players because we still got a lot of. We could go for Rondale Moore, who I believe got hurt at the beginning of the season. He'd probably be kind of cheap. I guess we can give him an offer. That gives us at least somebody at the wide receiver spot. So I'll offer him a contract. Maybe he comes to Carolina, maybe doesn't. Gives Bryce Young another weapon to work with. And he has no other offers, so I have to assume he'll accept that. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in draft night, and it'll be very interesting to see what we decide to do once we head into the draft. So we are about to head into this draft, and we still got a lot of work to be done. We did get Rondale Moore through free agency, which is nice. We could use a wide receiver. We really have to debate on whether or not we want to draft a quarterback or not. He did improve to a 73 overall, 2 morale, so maybe he's a 75 instead. We definitely need some interior defensive line help. We got, corners, but definitely could use some work there. We're not going to get it all done in this offseason, like I said. So let's just go ahead and jump into this draft. I'm going in blind. I don't really know, what this draft class is going to look like. This is an auto-generated draft class. ESPN says Justin Jefferson tells reporters that the team needs to draft a QB. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just jump into the draft. So let's see. Ooh, what is this? We got an animation, Bijan Robinson. This is pretty cool. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead. I skipped the video though, so I don't know why I did that. That was a pretty cool experience. All right, so Jake Clifford. I mean, are we stupid to pass on a QB? Like, do we need to take a quarterback? There's a few good quarterbacks here. Talent is top 5, strong arm. I mean, the quarterback is the most important position in football. I think we got to take him, man. I think we got to. I love Bryce Young and all, but just with what I saw last year, giving up on him after 2 years is tough. But I'm going to take Jake Clifford here, and I'm going to take my QB. Stud finder. So it looks like I did pretty good. Hidden development, exactly what we want to see. He's got A's across the board out of Utah. Welcome to Carolina, Jake Clifford. Your build is a little weird, but we'll work with it. So let's get into our next pick. And this is where we really got to focus. Oh, I really like this. Okay. I rock with that. So now we're in round 2. Let's go see who we can get in round 2. This is probably going to be, I guess it kind of depends on what's here because we need a lot of things. So free safety does make a lot of sense for us. We need safeties in the worst way possible. So I don't mind this guy, Nick Rowland at the top. A lot of safeties on the board. We could, go down to Shaq, Colbert. We definitely could use another wide receiver in the building. But if we're going to improve anything, defense is definitely important. Do I want Aaron Elliott or do I want Nick Rowland? So B zone coverage, got B hit power, and B awareness. Okay, that's nice. We could take that away. And then let's take a look at Mr. Aaron Elliott before we make a decision. So on this side of the ball, he's got A awareness, B pursuit, B man coverage, C zone. I'm going to take Aaron Elliott here. So I'm going to take Aaron Elliott here. Roger Goodell is making an appearance. Nice. Okay. This is pretty cool. Not going to lie. Obviously I have things muted, so I don't know exactly what he's saying, but okay, this is kind of neat. Not going to lie. So we get Aaron Elliott. He's only a normal development pick, but it says it was a decent pick. Was ranked number 24 in true value, drafted number 50. So I can't be too mad about that. We got our safety, which is nice. And now we got to take advantage of this round 3 pick and see what we can get there. But this is kind of cool. Not going to lie. Now this is an early pick, which is nice. The top of the 3rd round. So let's see what we can get here. And we have an early 4th round pick. That'll be huge. So Nick Rowland's still here. That's interesting. Stephen Colbert is still here. Somebody I was looking at for sure. Okay. I like this. There's a lot of good options here. So who do we want? Do we want to take another safety? I mean, our safeties are horrendous. So, like, I'm fine with taking a safety. We do need the interior defensive tackles as well. But I don't really see a good one on the board right now that I want to, reach for. So, unless this is just... No, this is all positions because favorites, we obviously don't have anything going on. So, yeah, we don't have any good defensive tackles on the board. I do like the idea of drafting a wide receiver to add to this roster. But I did almost take Nick Rowland here, and I think I'm going to take him. I'm going to move one of them to strong safety. This is going to improve our safety problems, and we're going to take 2 safeties. He was ranked number 58 in true value, draft him to 65. He is in development as well, so really can't be too mad about that. Really like what we've done so far in this draft, and now let's go make sure we make a last good pick here in round 4. So Bryce Young, maybe we end up trading him as well. I don't know. So we do have offers, but I'm going to make it. We definitely need to pick here. There's no doubt in my mind. So we got, I think taking a wide receiver definitely could be probably the best way to go about things. We definitely need a weapon for our new young QB in the building. Andrew, he's got D. Ooh, that looks horrible. I don't know if I like that. This is a round 4 pick, though. Got to keep that in mind. We got Will Willis. Maybe we take another corner. His coverage isn't great. Again, we're not going to get anybody like too terrific, I assume, at this spot. So maybe we shouldn't be too picky here. Middle linebacker all the way down here wouldn't be too bad either. Day 3 on that. Scouting. Okay. I guess I'm going to go ahead and take... What about D'Anthony Hyde? Let's take a look at him. B catching, C-man. You know what? For a 4th round pick, I'll take D'Anthony Hyde. B-. Looks like we did pretty good again. We're going to just skip this animation this time. But that is cool that they... Oh, we drafted... He was ranked number... Oh, we reached a little bit. But all in all, I feel like it was a decent draft. We're going to skip the rest of it. Let the CPU take care of the rest. And we'll see what our team looks like going to year 2. Again, not expecting a whole lot of improvement. We definitely still got a lot of work to do. But at least we have made a decision on our quarterback going forward. I feel bad for giving up on Bryce Young already, but I just feel like it was probably the best move going. So going into year number 2, we got Jake Clifford as the QB. Jonathan Brooks is the running back. Xavier Legette, Equanu, Lewis, Corbett, Hunt, Moton. Tight ends still definitely need to be improved, but Sanders is our tight end for now. We got Rondale Moore. We still have Adam Thielen as well on defense. It definitely looks much improved. Still a lot of work to be done, as I mentioned. We got a hidden development linebacker from the CP, which is nice. We got Josie still here. Wallace, who looks like he could play as well, which is nice. So maybe we play him over Josie. He's a middle linebacker, and he's 22. So yeah, let's definitely put this guy over Josie. So I don't mind that as well. So let's just go ahead. Similar year number 2, new quarterback in town. Base 4-3, and then West Coast spread. I mean, I can change the schemes if I need to. So to improve, to fit our quarterback the best, we can go spread. And then we can do whatever, 4-3 or 3-4 under. I guess 3-4 under would be better, which is interesting. But I kind of want to continue to run a 4-3. But so we'll go 4-3 under for an 82% scheme fit. We're going to go ahead and simulate year number 2. I'm expecting improvement, but again, not expecting to be a playoff team by any means. But hopefully we can surprise ourselves a little bit. So kind of as expected, we improved, but we are not good still. 7-10, improvement from, winning only 2 games last year. So I'll absolutely take that. Let's go take a look at the stats and kind of see how things went. So Jake Clifford, 28 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So took care of the ball a lot more, which I love to see that. Rushing wise, Jonathan Brooks, 700 yards on the ground. Receiving, Xavier Legette was an 1,000-yard wide receiver. Rondell Moore, Adam Thielen. And then on defense, if we take a look at the defense side of the ball, sacks-wise, he had 17.5 from Josh. Wow, what a free agency addition. And moving him down the D-line, he was amazing. Love that for us. 11 from Derek Brown. So love that. And interceptions-wise, you had 3 from J.C. Horn, 2 from Trevin Wallace, and 2 from Okudah, and 2 from Kevon Wallace. So not bad. Really love what we saw out of this team this year. Improvement, and that's all we wanted. So we go from 2-15 to 7-10. Hopefully this next season, not to get too optimistic, but maybe next year, maybe we'd be a playoff team. It all depends on what we can build. We got a lot of holes still to plug, but I think we've plugged some of those in the first offseason. Now it's time to take care of the rest. So a tight end, tier D-line, maybe linebacker still, wide receiver. So still a lot to be done, but I'm excited about what we got going on. So let's go to the re-signing stage and let's see who we can get. And who needs to be brought back, who needs to be re-signed or whatever. So I do believe Iquanu is up for an extension now after maybe it's next year. So Bryce Young's 5th-year option has to be declined, I think. We are going to re-sign J.C. Horn. That's a no-brainer. Even if he decides he's going to go, we got to franchise tag this guy. And we have $100 million in cap space. So that should be massive. So J.C. Horn, pay him. Love that. So we bring him back. Taylor Moden, he is older, but offensive line aged pretty well in Madden. So I am going to re-sign him. And he says no. I don't think he's worth a franchise tag, unfortunately. $30 million is just way too much. Outside of that, though, there's no one here that I'm absolutely pressing to get back. So that definitely gives us a lot of money to work with in this offseason. I just can't in good faith accept Bryce Young's 5th-year option. He just kind of fell out of the roster, and we could probably trade him this offseason. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we'll give him to another team since he's just playing backup quarterback for us. Maybe he goes somewhere else and balls out. Hope the best for him. But free agency, trades, draft, this should be a good offseason, and I can't wait to get started. Let's go ahead and start with the Bryce Young trade, I think. I low-key forgot how bad the Madden Trade Finder is. It's just like 2K's Trade Finder, which is super unrealistic. We can get a superstar defensive tackle, which we kind of need right now in the worst way possible from the Jets. I'm going to do this trade. We need a superstar defensive tackle, and the Jets are just offering this to me. It's obviously not a very realistic trade, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to make this trade with the Jets. And we're going to get a defensive tackle that we absolutely needed. And guys, I got to show you something else. We got a lot of excitement to look at on this roster. So if we take a look, I feel like we made all the right moves last offseason. Because if we look at what we got going on right now, our quarterback is a superstar X factor. Absolutely love that. We need to get this man a right tackle. We need to get this man a weapon on wide receiver and tight end. We should have all the cap space in the world to make that happen, though. So I'm excited about that. And then on defense, if we take a look at this, we got Nick Rowland, who we almost took in round 2, but he fell to round 3. He's a superstar X factor as well. Derek Brown developed into a superstar X factor, and Josh is a superstar. So that's fantastic. And we just added this guy in the interior defensive line, which we absolutely needed to do. I love where this team is going. Absolutely love where this team is going right now. So now it is time to improve the roster. We have the cap space to do it. We have to hope this is a good free agency class. We got to get a good wide receiver this offseason. That's exactly my main priority. And then improving the defensive line as well. So Mark Andrews, we do need a new tight end. Cameron Ward, or not Cam Ward, is a freaking Miami quarterback. Why did I say freaking Cam Ward? Brock Purdy, 26 years old, but we got our quarterback. Dan Njoku's interesting. DeMarcus Lawrence. Do we have a good wide receiver here? We have Andrews, which is nice. We could bring back Taylor Moton. We may not have a good wide receiver this offseason. No, there's not any. Okay, I could draft one, I know, but like I want to make sure we have a guaranteed good weapon for our so I do want to start at tight end though. So I think Njoku or Andrews, which Andrews has interest in coming over to us. We have the cap space to use it. We might as well go ahead and use it. Now he's 30 years old, so not going to be the youngest tight end in the world, but I mean, giving this guy, our quarterback, a good tight end, I think is worth it. Although he does have other offers, and it looks like our offer is not good enough. So maybe we would draw on Mark Andrews. Maybe we go to David Njoku instead, who's just as decent as well. Superstar tight end. Get our man a weapon. If it can't be a wide receiver, let's try tight end. And we're going to offer Njoku, who has no other offers. And now I'm going to make some other offers. We got Braden Smith, the right tackle, which we might go for. We got other things we can do. Let me get to work. We have 4 offers in free agency here. We got David Njoku, as I showed you, Braden Smith, Martin Emerson, who we probably won't end up getting. I really want him, but we're not going to be able to get him. Probably got, San Francisco and Philadelphia bidding on him as well. But let's go ahead and submit these offers, I guess. Looks like we got big spenders. So it looks like we spent a lot of money. Did we get all of them? We got every single one of them. That is huge. We got Ivan Pace, Martin Emerson, Braden Smith, and David Njoku. Look at me unlocking achievements as I'm doing a video today. Absolutely beautiful stuff. I could go for Javarius Ward as well. I didn't even think of that. I have the money to give it to him. I didn't even consider signing Javarius Ward. I just said, oh, he's 30. That's kind of why I guess I kind of shut it down. We do need a backup quarterback as well, since we just traded our backup. So Gardner Minshew, one of the better backup QBs. 21. No, thank you. Is that what backup quarterbacks cost nowadays? Zach Wilson, you want to come be the backup? Tyler Huntley, you were a Pro Bowler at one point, even though you probably should have never been, but we'll get a backup. So that's nice. He's got no offer, so he should just accept that immediately, and he does. So boom. Okay. I tried to get a number 1 wide receiver as well. It didn't really work out, man. I was trying to go for T. Higgins. Couldn't really get him, unfortunately. So maybe in the draft, that is our pick. I mean, D tackle or wide receiver might have to be our pick. David Njoku is an excellent addition. I love that. Love our right tackle addition as well. On defense, we got Ivan Pace, who I'm going to be moving to the left outside linebacker. So yeah, and we got Emerson with Okuda and JC Horn. So this already looks much improved, which I absolutely love. So all we need to do now is, like I said, in the draft, we need to walk away with the D tackle and wide receiver. So that's my hope. Hopefully we can just land our number 1 wide receiver in the draft. So let's go see if we can do just that. I'll see you guys in draft night. So we will be picking number 12 in this draft. So let's go ahead and see who we can get at number 12. Again, I'm hoping for a D tackle or wide receiver here. Hopefully there's one of those guys on the board that we can snag. So let's see, get that lucky. So we got a right tackle, we got a linebacker, and we do have a wide receiver here, deep threat, Rayshawn Andrews. We also have a D tackle down here as well as Marion Cheek. So I'm going to look at both these guys. I know it's not, suggested to go position need. It's always more suggested to go best player available. But in this scenario, I think I'm going to go for a position of need. So Rayshawn Andrews doesn't look too bad. This is a mid-round pick. And then let's go take a look at Cheeks really quickly. So Marion Cheeks, A power move, C block shedding. They both look decent. So I think what I'm going to do is I really do believe we need to get our quarterback a wide receiver. Now, I have to keep in mind, this guy is, how tall is he? Did I just see he's 5'8"? Am I looking at? He's 5'8". Okay, I think I'm going to go the D tackle route then. I'm going to go the D tackle route. Marion Cheeks, welcome to the team. It looks like we got an A grade. Roger Goodell is making the pick. Let's see what happens. So it was a B minus. He was ranked number 40 true value. He's only normal development, but we needed a D tackle. So not the best pick in the world, I won't lie. But again, I got to try and see if we can make... Let's go to our next pick. Let's see what wide receivers on the board. And if there's not a good one, I might try to make a trade again, because I really want to walk away with a good wide receiver here in this. So we got Pat Adams, 5'11". We got Cersei as well. So there's a couple options here. Deep threat. Let's take a look at his. So we got B release, D catching. Obviously, as a wide receiver, if you got D catching, that's already not a good sign. So may not look at that route. We got Cersei as well. A catching traffic, C catching. So he doesn't look too bad. Okay, do we want to draft him? Guys, I mean, I feel like we need to go get a wide receiver. Like, I could take a chance on one of these wide receivers in the draft, but I want to make sure we secure ourselves a wide receiver. So without further ado, I'm going to go make a trade. I'm going to make it happen. I tried for T. Higgins earlier. I'll maybe try it again, or I'll go look at somebody else, but I got to try to get a wide receiver in this building. All right, I've made it happen. We got our wide receiver. I'm getting Roma Dunze from the Chicago Bears. So welcome to Carolina, Rome Odunze. I'm very, very happy with that pick. I will walk away extremely happy with that one. Could have drafted a wide receiver in the draft, like I said, but I wanted to make sure we got a damn good wide receiver, and Odunze should help out our quarterback, so I'm very excited about that. Theo Burnett, we got a couple other wide receivers on the board. We can maybe take another D tackle here. It's going to be the last pick we make, and we're just going to go ahead and draft him. So, okay, pretty good. B+, and is he hidden development? He is, so feel good about that one. Round 3 is a success, and now we go into this next season with the hopes that maybe we could be a playoff team this next year. The lineup going into season number 3 looks pretty good in my opinion. We got our quarterback, we got our running back. Rome Odunze is our brand new wide receiver in the building. Your offensive line looks good enough. Njoku, Rondale Moore. I'll probably move Xavier Legette to wide receiver 2, and Rondale Moore probably playing that slot, of course. And then here's your defense. We got a lot of good things to like on this defense side of the ball as well. And then last but certainly not least, so do they have a Odunze in the slot? But I guess we can throw Legette in the slot instead. Odunze will be in number 1, and then we could throw, I guess, Rondale Moore back at wide receiver 2, I guess. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead, simulate this season, and we are going to see if this is the year that we end up making the playoffs or not. I think we've done a lot of things to improve the roster. Let's see if it ends up paying off. And just like that, at the end of year number 3, we finally find ourselves in the playoffs. You get the battle of the cats in the wild card round, which you love to see. 87 overall, 89 offense, 85 defense. So let's go take a look at these player stats before we jump into this first playoff game. Offense was 21st in the NFL. Okay, so we'd love to see that, improve a lot more if possible. Defensively, we were second in the NFL, so love that. 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions from our quarterback. Jonathan Brooks got into the 1,000-yard rusher territory with 10 touchdowns on top of that. Rome Odunze, 875 yards. Rondale Moore, 790. And Legette, 756. So not too bad there. And then defensively, you had, let's see, 107 tackles from Aaron Elliott, 102 from Trevin Wallace. Interceptions, you had 4 from Trevin Wallace, 4 from Josie. And then sacks-wise, 12 from Derek Brown. Kind of a down year. I mean, not really down year. 8.5 is still pretty good. And then 8.5 from Ivan Pace. Also love to see that. And then our rookie with 4.5. And then the guy we brought in with 5. So not too shabby. So let's go ahead, jump into this playoff game. We're going up against the Detroit Lions. Let's see if we can win our very first playoff game, first time being here. It should be interesting. All right, so it looks like we are starting out on offense. Let's go see if our offense can go score immediately. And that's not going to be the case, unfortunately. For whatever, or no, scoreboard's at the bottom. Like, I can't see the scoreboard, but it's at the bottom. So we're down 7-0. First time in the playoffs, so down 14-0. Not great. Offense is doing nothing. I know Detroit has a decent defense, but I would love to see us get in this game. And that is just not going to happen. Looks like we might be going home in round 1. And it's only a 2-possession game. We finally scored, but the Lions respond right back. Can we score here again? We are going to score. Okay, we go for 2. The 9-point game. If it would have been an 8-point game, I maybe would have considered jumping in, but it looks like we are going to go home in round 1, unfortunately. So, hey, we made the playoffs, but still not good enough at the moment. We go into the offseason to improve even more. So already at the re-signing stage for free agency. So let's go see who we got. So Rome Odunze, we're obviously going to accept that 5th-year option. Aquanu, got to extend him now, and we will absolutely do that. No hesitation. He is our left tackle, protecting our QB. So we are going to get him back. So that's great. So I'm assuming we got a lot of guys re-signed because we got a lot of cap space. But, I mean, Legette, we'll accept the 5th-year option on him. And then Mingo, I guess we can bring him back for depth. He won't cost too much, so we can re-sign him as well. And he is back. Love that. Okay. And we're still going to be going into free agency with $70 million in cap space. Obviously, our quarterback is making nothing right now, which is why, or making less than what quarterbacks make now, I should say. So that's why we have money. And I'm excited to see what we can attack in free agency with this much cap space. Still a lot of work that could be done on this team. So 11-6 last year, made the playoffs. If we take a look at our lineup and kind of seeing if anybody improved at all. So let's see. Wide receiver, I think getting another wide receiver would not hurt. Our running back is developed enough. We need a backup running back for him. Offensive line is still good. So for me, the only thing on offense to me is maybe another wide receiver and maybe another running back. Defensively, okay, so he moved up to a 82 overall into star development. Love that. Maybe another corner wouldn't be too bad either. So a lot of work. And then Trevin Wallace went up to an 86 overall superstar development, which is lovely. Okay, let's just go see what free agency is looking like. And this is where we'll splurge a little bit more. We're going to try to go in on being a contender next year. So is there anybody that we like to bring in here? So far, not going to lie, this free agency class is kind of trash, which is really disappointing because I don't really see anybody that I like right now, which sucks. I guess we have Toby Awuzie we could try to bring in. So corners, like I said, was somebody I would, maybe consider. So we can try to go, I guess Rasul Douglas wouldn't be bad either. So we can give him a 1-year deal and try to just improve the roster as much as we can. So Rasul Douglas, I'll give a contract to. He has no other offers, so that's great. D-tackle was kind of something I was looking at, but there's really nothing here. Davon Hamilton, we could bring, but I don't know, man. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. So I probably won't go for him. And like I said, at running back, we do need another one in the building. So we can bring back Chuba Hubbard, familiar face. Go Mixon as a veteran, or Zach Charbonnet, I don't mind as well. So I'm going to go for Zach Charbonnet as a backup. Just played for Seattle this weekend with Kenneth Walker out. And then, last but not least, wide receiver. So we have Amari Cooper or Dontavian Wicks. I am going to go ahead and spin on Amari Cooper. Why not? I mean, we might as well bring in as many weapons as possible for our offense. So we'll be his number 1 offer. So if we can get all those guys, that would be fantastic. So Douglas, Charbonnet, Amari Cooper, sign me up. And we like that. So we're going to get Amari Cooper, Douglas, and Zach Charbonnet to improve the roster. So Cooper gives us another weapon on offense. And we're going to be going into next season feeling pretty good about ourselves. So if we take a look at the lineup now, after we bring in Amari Cooper, Zach Charbonnet. So Amari Cooper becomes our wide receiver 2 with the Dunze as the 1. Jonathan Brooks, Charbonnet is your running back rotation. Defensively, D-tackle still looks decent enough to me. Corners, we get another good corner in the building. Rasul Douglas, they kind of have at obviously corner right now. I do believe Aaron Elliott's still listed at free safety, so let's move him to strong safety. That should help a little bit. We're probably going to skip right past the draft because at this point, I want the CPU to take care of that. I am all in on just trying to go win a championship next season at this point. Yeah, we're going to try to do it while our QB is super young. Defensively, scheme fits look good. Let's just get straight into year number 4, which will probably honestly make the last season. So at the end of this final season, we finish up at 12-5. We are still going on the road, though, unfortunately. So it looks like someone in our division was a little bit better than us, and that ends up being... can you still look at this? So it looks like... Well, I mean, I'm assuming whoever was better than us got a bye, so that kind of sucks for us. So that really sucks, because at 12-5, we're going on the road because obviously the Bears won their division. So here's your end of the season stats, though. So going on the road, that's what we're going to have to do. Offense was 18th in the NFL, and on defensively, hopefully we're still just as good as last year. It fell off a little bit, but not bad. Jay Clifford, 30 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Brooks, once again, finds himself in the 1,000-yard mark. Dunze, 1,300 yards this season. Love that. And on defense, sacks-wise, let's see if that keeps improving. So 9.5 from Josh, 9 from Ivan Pace, 7 from Derek Brown. Interceptions, you got 6 from J.C. Horn, 3 from Martin Emerson, and 3 from Douglas. All right. It's time to jump into this playoff game. We go on the road in Chicago. We took Roma Dunze from them. They only won 10-7, so we got to win this one, and hopefully that ends up being exactly what happens. All right, we start off with the ball again in the first quarter. Hopefully we start out hot. We do score on our first drive, so love that from us, and we are going to get the ball or give the ball back to them. We take a 14-0 lead, so this is already off to a much better start than the last playoffs, but not to be, obviously said that we're going to just go win this game. Chicago played Sunday Night Football last night. I feel like Caleb Young, combining Bryce Young and Caleb Williams' name. I just did it again. But it's a 14-14 lead. I think Caleb Williams was a little, I don't know. Kind of did some weird stuff with the ball yesterday. We're down 3, though, now. We got to score on offense. We have not scored since those 2 drives, and we are, once again, not scoring. Is this... Okay, so finally score. Defense needs to stop. It's 21-25. We are going to skip the moment, but we're going to make this normal. So let's go see if we can... Let's go see if we can make this happen. So 2nd and 10, forward reception to Sanders, and it's about to be 4th down. Nope, we get the conversion on 3rd down. AR reception to Amari Cooper. So we're moving the ball with 1:30 left in the clock. All we need is a field goal to at least tie the game. But obviously love to win the game. 1:17 left. Let's see if we can. So we're moving the ball. Only a minute left on the clock. We have a timeout left. AR reception. We're moving the ball. Can we keep that up? AR reception. 49 seconds left on the clock. 37 seconds left on the clock. And we, just like that, take the lead. 35 seconds for Chicago to tie it up. They have all 3 timeouts. So that was a huge drive out of our young QB. Now let's see. I guess they can't. I guess we kick the extra point. So they can't win on a field goal. They have to score a touchdown. But as I was saying, Caleb Williams felt like made some bad decisions yesterday with the ball on Sunday Night Football. And just like that, we win the game. So that'll be the ball game. We win our first playoff game. We're going to kneel it out. And just like that, that is your game. We're moving on to the next round. We once again find ourselves on the road playing the Philadelphia Eagles. This is only going to get harder if I imagine. And we're down 7-0 start off immediately. So we need to respond. We do not. We get a stop on defense. We get another one. And they're going to go up 14-0. Can we go score at all? Looks like our offense cannot score at the moment. We do score finally. We can tie it up here. That'd be nice to see if we can. Nope. We can tie it here, maybe? And no. So we're going to go down 21-7. This might be where the video ends. So we're not going to... okay, wait a minute. So we find ourselves in the same position. Why does Madden like 15-24 or something like that? I don't know. You know what? Since this is the final season, I'm going to jump in and play this out. This will be my first time actually playing Madden 25, by the way. So I have no idea what to expect. But let me go see if I can make something happen in this draft. I assume things are relatively the same. Maybe it feels a little bit different. I don't know. So we're going to go to... okay, that was not a good start. They got to me very quickly. So I was trying to set up the screen. Obviously did not work out. That could have went for a lot if we were able to complete that. But... all right, let's go see if we can execute on this drive. So we got... I'm going to hit Odunze over the middle. That should be a first down, so we'll take that. That's probably going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and it does. So we do have all 3 timeouts, so there's a potential we can get the ball back if I'm able to score here. But why is it always got to be down 9? This is like the exact score we found ourselves earlier against the Lions. Like, is that a common score that we see in Madden 25 a lot? I don't know. But I'm going to throw Amari Cooper on a go route, and we're going to see if they leave him one-on-one. If not, maybe I'll look at Odunze or the check down to Njoku in the flat. So let's see. I'm just going to go Njoku here. I'm going to take the yards, 2nd and 4. I really didn't even look at the route. I didn't really look to see if those were open. I just saw Njoku was wide open, so I just went ahead and took that. All right. Let's go to one of my favorite plays. Tight end attack. I think to me, it feels like you always get someone open on this play. So it's a little cheesy, but if I can scramble to the left, buy myself some time, I'm going to have Njoku wide open. And we're going to do that. We're going to run out of bounds again. Just like that. 1:49 left on the clock. Looks like we might be able to do something here. I'm going to go to flood now. We're going to look at that right side of the field. And we're going to see if we can find a receiver open. Maybe Sanders finds himself open. Or Njoku in the corner. Or we hit Odunze going across. Let's see what happens here. There was nothing. There was just too much pressure. We're trying not to use our timeouts here. I'm going to go to play action. We're going to see if we can hit Amari Cooper over the middle. He is going to be open if we can get it to him. And what a bad throw, bro. What an absolute horrendous throw. There was a penalty, though. Wow. Offside. Wait, what? Wow. Okay. Offsides. We'll absolutely take that. Interesting. Definitely needed that. All right. Well, we'll take the offsides. That was a free play. Had a wide open Cooper, and we threw it at his legs. That sucks. I guess they got to me quick. Usually don't see offsides being called very often, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I see absolutely nothing right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Our quarterback, though, has got some speed. He's got some wheels, so I'm going to take this. We are going to get the first down. 15-24. All right. We just got to punch in the end zone and call 3 timeouts and try to get a stop. I don't know if we'll be able to, but at least we're giving ourselves a chance. All right. All I got to do is throw a touchdown. It's easier said than done, but I think... nope, it's not there. I'm going to throw this away. I could have maybe tried Brooks, but wasn't going to chance that. All right. Let's go to something. Let's go to stick. I usually have success with stick. Let's see if we can throw it to Odunze coming across in the slant. See if we can find him here. Not there. I'm just going to take just kind of a dumb throw. I shouldn't have even thrown that. It's going to waste a lot of time. I don't even know why I went with that. All right. It's going to go tight end drive. We got to call a play. We got to get in a play. And we're wasting a lot of time here. There's a lot of time being wasted. I'm choking, Mero. I'm choking. And I guess we kick a field goal. Maybe I should have done that earlier. This will be my first time. I would not be surprised if I actually missed this right now, because this is my first time trying this. Yeah, I just missed that, I believe. Wow, I doinked it. You know what? We were going to lose anyway. That was my first time playing Madden 25. And we got the ball back. That's actually crazy. Wow. That sucks, because if we would have kicked a field goal and actually made that, now there's only 9 seconds left on the clock, but you never know. Maybe I could have made something happen. I'm gonna try beat. I can't even get it to him. 5 seconds left. We got a Hail Mary play. Disaster, just disaster. But I'm gonna try this tight end attack again. Only 5 seconds left, so probably gonna have to. Oh, I actually have a Dunze. Dude. I gonna get... I got tackled anyway. All right, well, at least we complete a deep field pass to end the video. First Madden rebuild in the books. We don't win a championship, unfortunately. It is a little harder to get one, and I feel like in Madden than it is 2K. So not too discouraged by it. Offense just unfortunately was not good enough in the playoffs, it felt like. But I'm gonna end on that note. I hope you guys enjoyed our very first Madden rebuild being back. I feel like we built a good team, just was not enough to get the Lombardi trophy. I'm gonna end it there though, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.